Hey, what's up and hello? This is the Chris Nicole bringing you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on what time you are watching this live. Hello, crew. Hope all is well. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. And I'm back. I am back. Second live today. And I'm sure some of you thought it was going to be love during lockup, but no, that can wait until tomorrow. I wanted to talk about this nonsense foolery that's going on. And so I typically don't do a lot of hot topics. I do, but there's certain ones that I typically do not like to touch, especially if it's based on a certain person. And usually anything that has to do with this gentleman, I tend to not want to discuss. I am from Cali, born and raised, and anyone who knows that Ray J's been a hot ass mess since he's lived in Carson, California with his family. That's my opinion. Those who know. So when I see him in headlines, I typically just roll my eyes and say, what else is new? And I keep it moving. But in this situation, I wanted to discuss because it's much deeper, in my opinion. And I saw it on a actual channel. Her name is Keisha, if I'm not mistaken. She started popping up in my algorithm on my YouTube, and I checked her out, and she's actually really good. I like her. And she was posting about the drama, and in one of her videos, she was discussing that, Princess, being a light-skinned girl, just automatically kind of was like looks down on Sukiana or whatever the case may be. And in my personal opinion, Princess is not light skinned, okay? Especially for, of course, California. Like I told you, being born and raised out here, the colorism and not just colorism, texturism, featureism is very real out here. But when you really look at Sukiana and Princess, I would say Sukiana is maybe a shade or two darker than Princess. To me, they're not different as far as their melanin skin is concerned, how deeply rich their skin is. So, just to give you a background of what the hell is going on, which I think is the most childish, petty shit. So what occurred is that Princess, who apparently has filed for divorce for the how many times? I think she's filed several times before with Ray J. Ray J filed one time, she came back, filed one time. Like, I feel like they have the most toxic, childish ass relationship. Mind you, I was never into Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. I ended up getting into it after the show was off or after they were off of it. But everybody remembers that scene when she was throwing drinks on him and then he ended up pushing her into the pool. Like, that is an infamous scene from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. But I just feel like they're very toxic. And so, with that being said, what occurred was Princess decided to actually send Sukiana a text message on Ray J's phone. And this is what the text message says. Hey, Suki, it's Princess. I don't want Ray. Please tell him to stop trying to suck my punani. Got a hold of his phone. Damn, it's a lot of biatches in here with the laughing emoji, a picture of her. And then, by the way, he said he hates when you keep calling him with no hair, LOL, on FaceTime. Mind you, this is a woman that has two kids, and she decided to file divorce Ray J. And I think she filed this year. But she felt the need to actually send this to Sukiana, but claimed she does not want him. She actually said in this back and forth, she does not want Ray J. I find that very hard to believe when you're putting this much energy into this. Now, the question for me was, because she also stated that he has a lot of damn females slash bitches. Why did you purposely send a message to Sukihana if he has so many other females in his phone? Why her? Could it be that she's the most popular one in his phone? I don't know. Or is it something much deeper? So, with that being said, what Sukihana did, she actually posted this to let everyone know on her page what Princess did. Okay. And after that, all hell breaks loose. And we're thinking this is like high school all over again. And the next thing you know, Princess screenshots Ray J's phone, pretty much saying that on November 24th, it says, I still got your pea juices on me. I kept it on. I haven't took a shower yet. First of all, quite nasty, but if I'm not mistaken, I do remember actually a scene in Love and Hip Hop. I think the reunion or whatever the case may be. Princess says something about how Ray J wears the same drawers for like 3 days straight or something crazy like that. Like this girl is definitely she's interesting. I'll just say that. And I'm talking about Princess. I don't even know Sukihana'S music. Is she a musician? Is she a personality? I don't even know who the hell she is. Okay, heard the name, but it hasn't really. I haven't cared enough to really know who she is and dig up information. So this is the back and forth that's going on. Okay. Now, mind you, this is the father of her 2 children. Okay. Father of her 2 children. Just recently, a couple of months ago, if I'm not mistaken, we saw Ray J in a video with his kids, and his kids is crying as if something traumatic just happened between him and Princess, as if they possibly got into a physical altercation. So when I say toxic, I mean absolutely toxic. So at that point, Princess keeps going, saying 2025, hurry up. Guys, I promise I don't care. But since we're posting screenshots, girl, you clearly care. You clearly care. So this is all for this man, Ray J, over Ray J. Now, my personal opinion, Ray J's been for the streets since he was in high school. I would have never taken a Ray J seriously. But then again, I don't know if anyone takes Ray J seriously, or are they in it for a certain agenda, which is to secure the bag. I don't know anyone who would really look at Ray J if they truly are in it for love, protection. I just don't see how people could think they can get that from Ray J. I don't. But this is what they're fighting over. Okay. And I'm like, what the hell are y'all doing? This is Ray J. You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't even Floyd Mayweather, which, by the way, shout out to Keisha. Keisha, I did not know that Princess and Floyd Mayweather had a thing, apparently. And she wasn't even the main chick. Allegedly, she was the side chick. And that's how Ray J and Princess got together. And that's how Ray J and I guess Floyd ended up beefing, I guess, because of Princess. Child, I did not know Princess and Floyd Mayweather at one point had a thing going on. But yeah, this is all because of him. Now, what Princess decides to do, she wants to post this picture of, I guess, Sukihana. Now, I'm assuming this is Sukihana back in the day, or whatever the case may be, with a missing tooth and pretty much her hair in, I'm assuming, a ponytail or a bun. Mind you, she said earlier that Ray J had a conversation with her about he hates when you keep calling him with no hair. Okay. And then she wanted to show this as if she has no hair. Now, again, you look at a side-by-side picture, besides, you know what I'm saying, the contouring and maybe a little extra lighting around her eyes or whatever the case may be, Sukihana and Princess are not that much different in shade. But to me, it's much deeper. It's much deeper. And I know that Keisha and others was like, it's the whole pretty privilege versus the so-called not so pretty privilege. Growing up out here, I think it's more so about the mixed privilege versus the black girl privilege. It's more so about the featureism of it all. Like Princess, has Euro features, Asian features. She has what is considered the quote unquote good hair, which of course to me, good hair is healthy hair. But we all know when people term that good hair, it's a certain grade of hair, not the 4C kinky coily hair. She does all of the check marks as far as the features are concerned. May not be the lightest of the light, but she still is considered quote unquote exotic looking. Okay. Versus Sukiana, who, you know what I'm saying, she wears weave, but mind you, Princess probably wears weave too. Even though she may have a certain grade of hair, I'm sure she puts in clip-ins and sometimes weave her damn self. We're not going to pretend that they don't. But Sukiana has weave. She has more of a broader nose, and at the same time, she may come off a little bit more urban hood, so to speak, because of the tattoos, the nails. Again, I haven't seen her in action, so I'm going to assume that they just assume that she's a little bit more on the ghetto and the hood side. Now, my thing is this. Is there really a difference between Princess and Sukiana? Do y'all think Princess is classy? Let's look back in the history of this girl. When she was on Love and Hip Hop, she was always trying to fight. Always throwing drinks, fighting. I remember, like I said, I started watching it like after it was off the air. I remember, hey Shayna girl, I remember when Ray J got tired of someone's mouth and he was like, just go beat her up, please. And she was like, you want me to? And she gets up and tries to charge after this girl. Okay. And so with that, who on you Love and Hip Hop Miami? Who's trying to get back on Love and Hip Hop Miami? Shayna, keep me updated on this, boo, because I don't even know who the hell Sukiana is, to be quite honest. I know Ray J and Princess was on Hollywood, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, but she was always trying to fight someone on that show. She was always a firecracker on that show, quick to hop over tables, quick to do all of that stuff. Then when her and Ray J would get into it online, she was real quick to do things like this. Be ratchet as all hell, post stuff, say ignorant stuff, say stuff that even as trifling as I feel Ray J is totally inappropriate for someone who has children by this man and is married to this man. Is she classy? I would say no. I would say she's probably just as ratchet or considered hood as Sukiana. The difference is the stereotypes that people have based off of the aesthetics of Princess. She just looks a certain way, therefore they feel like she is that way. But deep down, she's no different than a Sukiana, in my opinion. The three of them were former cast members of Miami. I'm not watching this season, but I don't believe they're on right now. Must need a VH1 check. Oh, so okay. So they at one point so Princess and Ray J were on Hollywood, and then they all ended up being on Miami. What the hell was Princess and Ray J doing in Miami? I guess, like you said, a VH1 check. Suki is beyond ratchet. Okay, so she's beyond ratchet. You think Princess is not ratchet? So Kim, and which, by the way, how are you? And make sure you guys hit the like button on the way in. Do you feel that Princess is not ratchet, or do you just feel she cleans up well? You know how back in the day you would hear that from people when they say, oh, that person cleans up well? Is she just the type that can clean up well, and because she looks a certain way, people just assume she's classy? I've never gotten classy from Princess. She just gets the freaking pretty privilege, exotic look privilege, but class, yeah, no. She has definitely done some ratchet stuff, including what I am showing you now that makes me say, baby, I think she assumes. And here's the problem. I knew Suki before she got famous. She was ratchet, but now as bad, but not as bad as she is now. I think she cleans up well. Who cleans up well, Princess or Sukihana? Suki got down on her knees and let a man lead her around on a leash. Okay. So to me, that's not even ratchet. That is just completely degrading yourself and disrespecting yourself. But again, Princess apparently isn't any different. It's just that she tends to attach herself with guys with money. And she, in my opinion, knows her pretty privilege and how she can attach herself with guys with money. But Princess, in my opinion, probably has the mentality that a lot of people don't want to admit that they have, is that because they do look a certain way and because they are biracial, how dare you date someone that looks like her? You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, just with what she posted, that told me everything I needed to know as far as how she thinks. And trust, Princess is not the only one who thinks that way, but we can't blame a princess for thinking that way when you have men that have allowed her to be gassed up in that way. Now, what's interesting is that she truly thinks in her mind she's better. But the reality is, when you think about it, they're both being treated the same way. Ray J don't get an F about either one of them, if you ask me. The only difference is that Princess think because she got the ring, that makes her better. The ring didn't mean a thing. That's why you guys go back and forth with divorces. The only thing what you have is the kids. So I guess you can have a guaranteed check for the next 18, 21 years. That is about all. But other than that, as far as I see it, she got thrown away with all the other men that threw her away, even with her exotic look and privilege, just like a Sukihana. I don't think the only thing she gets is that they're willing to have her on their arms. But do they treat her better? I would say no. I would say no. Princess cleans up well. Ray said he was having threesomes and everything else. Yeah. I'm not shocked to see that or hear that. Ray is beyond. Princess should be focused on them finalizing the divorce and taking half. I'm just saying. I mean, she apparently said there's no prenup, right? They need to divorce already. Enough is enough. They've gone back and forth so many times with a so-called divorce. Ray J dates Whitney Houston. He don't got no type. Ray J Ray J has been all around the world. He's been all around the world. Like I said, Ray J, Brandy, the Norwood family used to live in Carson, California. Those who know. Ray J has been Ray J. Like, and for those who know, Ray J has been Ray J. So to me, any woman with any type of self-respect at all would never take a Ray J seriously. He's a pump and that's it. Or maybe you can get, you know what I'm saying, financial gains out of the situation. But to me, even with the actual episodes that I did see of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, didn't at one point Princess ended up getting arrested or whatever, and Ray J didn't even protect her? Things like that gives you everything that you need to know on what you're dealing with. And yet she still continued to pursue him, which, does that sound like self-respect? I wouldn't care if he dated a cat, signed the paper. So yeah, but to me, with her posting what she posted, I said, oh, you one of those. Now, don't get me wrong. I have biracial friends who they'll be real. They'll be real. Like, we have had deep conversations about how men who are colorists, featurists, they cater to those women because they want a certain aesthetic, so to speak, or they want their kids to look a certain way, but they will say a lot of the times it's not cracked out of what people think it is. They get tired of just being seen as a look and not being taken seriously, or they may have the ring or be on that guy's arms, but behind closed doors he's still treating them the same way. Like, I hear those type of stories, you know what I mean? But then you have those who know that that's what's going on, but they still want to use their beauty as currency to try to put down someone else. And I honestly feel like that's what Princess is doing. And to me, if Princess was really confident in herself, if she really was confident in herself, she wouldn't have did all of this bullshit. She started it with the damn text message. Why are you sending a text message through Ray J's phone? And she claims it's because Ray J was going through her phone. Girl, how old are you? And if you're done, you're done. You and Ray J shouldn't even be that close to where you guys are snatching each other's phones. Sounds like to me, y'all possibly still doing some freaky tales. And that's what really pissed you off, is that he's still stringing you along and you mad that he dealing with her. Because if I'm ready to divorce and I want to sign them papers, you shouldn't even be close enough to me to be able to go through my phone. You're only here to see the kids, take the kids, have a great day. I'll see the kids when they get back. But this whole phone situation, why are y'all so close to each other where apparently he snatched your phone? And why do you have to do this childish nonsense where he snatched your phone, but you want to get one leg up and actually send a message to Sukihana with your picture? This does not sound like a woman who is truly mature and a woman who truly has moved on and a woman that truly is confident in herself. Hey, Danielle, I just said that, girl. I just said that. I did not know, honey, that she was Floyd Mayweather's little side piece, allegedly. Didn't know. And apparently that's how she met Ray J. And she's the reason why Ray J and Floyd apparently beefed and got into it, was because of Princess. So she been messy from the jump, which is interesting that she was that messy from the jump, but she was so pissed off at, what was the girl that Tierra Marie, and I guess Ray J at one point talked, and she was so pissed off at Tierra Marie. And I'm like, girl, with your shaky past at this point, how can you even be mad and talk about lack of loyalty and stuff like that? Like, girl, take the kids back. Right. So the fact that he was so close, I don't even know if Ray J did snatch her phone. To me, that sounds like a story that she just could have easily made up just to have a reason to be messy. Like, honestly, these poor kids are always in the middle of the mess. Exactly. I saw that video. It was all over Instagram and stuff where those kids was crying and he was like, you okay? Mommy and daddy was just playing or something like that. And it almost implied that there's something physical happened. And he's like, yeah, we're just playing. No, it sounded like a toxic mess. That's what it sounded like. That's what it sounds like. But they've always been doing that. Apparently, Ray J was the first to actually file papers. And then once he called it off, she decided to get him back and file again. Like, I don't understand this relationship. I really don't. And this is where it's that pick me energy that goes wrong. Because to me, both of them are trying to be a pick me over Ray J. Ray J is a stick and move. And I ain't talking about in a boxing ring. A stick and move. That's it. They filed for divorce 10 times already. No one takes them seriously anymore. He has run Princess out of her mind. Was Princess already out of her mind? To me, Princess has never been like there. Doesn't Princess have abandonment issues? Doesn't she have issues with her father and even her mother? If I'm not mistaken, the wedding episode, she really seemed to be close to her grandmother, but not really attached to her parents like that. She definitely has trauma in her childhood. And it still shows still to this day. And I think she thinks having the money that Ray J provides as far as child support and her being able to start her own businesses, that's going to cover up her issues. But baby, when she goes in tangents like this girl, how old is she? Because I know Ray J is well in his 40s. I'm going to assume she got to be at least in her late 30s, maybe even early 40s. No way in hell you should be acting like this with two kids and apparently living financially healthy because of what he's bringing to the table. And I guess what she's making off of the business that she's created. And I think she's producing like movies and stuff at this point. Like she's making bags, I'm assuming. So what the hell are you wasting all of this energy for coming at Sukihana? Because in her mind, how dare you even deal with a Sukihana when you see this? Yeah, but so what? You look a certain way, you look model ready, but again, class is not the case because Princess comes off like that really pretty girl, that biracial girl in the hood that is ghetto as hell. All she could say about Tierra was that her, yeah, and that was childish too. That she's so childish. She's so childish. That's why I said, somebody said they wanted to talk about this because they feel like it's a class issue, not a colorism issue. And I'm like, what class as far as what money is concerned? Because before Princess got with a Ray J and had babies with him, what was her status financially? What did Princess do for a living before she got with a Floyd Mayweather and a Ray J? I would like to know. Princess has issues, period. She has to seek therapy that has zero to do with Ray J. Right. And hello, delicates of life. Absolutely. Absolutely. She was this way before him. Right. I would say so. I would say so. And see, the thing is that men who go for features and features only would automatically want to attach themselves to a princess because of a certain look, not realizing that they got someone truly inside. Inside, she got issues. And inside, you probably dealing with someone who's batshit crazy, may clean up well, but is batshit crazy. Prinky is a pretty face that sits. Same trauma and chaos surrounding her as the girls that are not the preference. Preach! And that's a mic drop. And that's the whole point of this. It, to me, is about the pretty privilege in a sense of, first of all, y'all, I don't know if any of you guys are from California or if you like, colorism is real here, featureism is real here, texturism is real here. And to me, you have a lot of guys that you see out here that want the girl who has that exotic look. I mean, hell, you've heard 50 Cent, Lil Wayne, they've all talked about this stuff. And so women who have that certain look, they know the advantages that they have. And they try to take advantage of that as much as possible. And then they get freaking upset and lose their mind when they realize those privileges only get them so far. They may become a baby mama. And yeah, they even may get married, but are they getting treated better behind closed doors? The ones who are willing to keep it real will say, probably a good amount of them will say no. They get treated just like the Sukihana'S. They get treated just like them. And I think it really hurt her fragile already ego that Ray J is willing to date or deal with a Sukihana. When to me, Ray J has never had a preference. He's never had a preference. His preference is to stick and move, in my opinion. And I think she knew that. But I think to a certain extent, she didn't care because she wanted to secure a bag. That's where women go wrong. We've seen the baddest get cheated on. Look at Nia Long. Right. Right. Look at Nia. Look at Halle, look at Beyonce, look at Mariah. I mean, the list goes on. That list goes on. Pretty privilege, financial privilege, none of that stuff is going to guarantee that a man is going to stick with you. Now, he may have you on his arms for his superficial reasons, but are you treated better? No. So how dare her? And to me again, what she was posting was everything to try to say this black girl with this nappy bald-headed self. I think she truly, that's why she was posting those pictures. And that's why she made this comment. So first you want to post this picture after Sukihana came for you when you sent her those messages, but then you actually want to put on this one. By the way, he said he hates when you keep calling him with no hair. Did Ray J actually have this discussion with Princess, or she's trying to talk about her not having so-called hair? So this is when I said, "Oh no, this is your biracial exotic privilege." And let's be clear, this also doesn't, to me, from what I've seen, I've also seen biracial, multiracial women who may be average at best or not really that pretty, but because again of texturism and featureism, they have European features or they have a certain grade of hair, they still think that they're better. Hence, I believe, what was the girl? I did not watch Potomac, but I remember people were talking about this girl on Potomac who was light skinned, but apparently she was not that pretty. But because she was light skinned and she had long hair, she really had this attitude like she was that chick. That is the type of stuff that you see because you have men or you have either women who will say, "Oh, these people are just jealous of you because you look a certain way." Or they're you know what I'm saying, they don't like you because of your hair. They don't like you because of your skin color. They pump these people up this way, and then it hurts their soul when they realize they're no different than any other female out there. You know what I mean? Bingo. I think she has just been a professional girlfriend her entire life. A lot of them are like that. They get passed around. And they look like they have the nice cars, the fancy clothes, whatever case may be, and they get those usually as gifts, but they're still empty inside and they still can't find the one. Yep. Remember when Sin said black men treat Spanish girls better? She found out, didn't she though? Was that not the most freaking bitch, you tried it, but bitch, you realize quickly that you're not special? Yeah, that was one of those moments. That was one of those moments. Absolutely. No one it is exempt. Absolutely. And they get cheated on by bums. GZ, Jenny Mai, and one couple where both of them were burned by a preference. Hello. See, when you are that obsessed with preference, or you are that obsessed because you think you're a preference, that's when it falls really hard on you when you get a rude awakening. When you only are moved by preference or you being a preference, when it hits you so damn hard. I think Ray J did. He's messy. I could see him mentioning her hair to Princess. He could have, but then why did she feel the need to do what she did though? That's my thing. Why did you feel the need to send that to her, besides the fact that you wanted her, and send the picture? She sent a picture of herself, a selfie, to Sukihana. What was that all about besides that moment of trying to say, I look better than you, this is my hair, I'm that girl, and you are not? You don't even have hair on your head. What was the point of her doing all of that? To me, Princess comes off as a mean girl. She's not about empowering women. She's about making money off of women, but not empowering them. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. My damn Instacart. Hold on. Y'all gotta let me know. Let a sister know when's the best time to order Instacart. Because for whatever reason, I'm thinking this be the best time to do Instacart, but they always come late. I don't know what it is. They always come late, and especially when I'm on a live. But anywho, back to the topic. Princess is about princess, and it shows consistently. Even in situations like this, you do realize that your kids are going to get old enough where they're going to see your BS via social media. So eh, to act this way and continue to behave this way, and again, by no means, I'm not saying Ray J is a prize by any means. Ray J is the type where I guess if you are going to deal with him, you might as well get some money out of the situation because he's not taking you seriously, in my opinion. But at the same time, I don't know. Like, I don't know what her end goal is. Like, I feel like, does Princess have any friends? Like, I just feel like she's that girl that you can never really be friends with because she's always going to make it seem like she's better than you or she has better advantages or privileges than you. Let me see. Why you call her Prinky Danielle was showing her good hair. Suki hit her up with the reverse and showed her good. I mean, did that to me shows you this is what Princess feels like she only has is the exotic feature privilege. Because what she did just shows that that is her only currency, not her brain, not her heart, not even her business savvy. Because to me, a boss chick would be able to really make moves without trying to get a rich man, have kids. So then that way, the money he gives you, you can invest in your own businesses, or you being on a freaking reality show and getting all of these people to invest in you. Like, to me, a boss chick means that I'm making moves even without this show or without this man. I would like to know what Princess did before she got with the Floyds and the Ray J's. Did she even have a career? Was she in school? Did she graduate from school? Like, what did she do? Insecure and evil. So you think Princess is evil? I, the way that she handles things, I definitely see that evil side of her, and I see that side where she comes off as a girl that completely will black out. She blacks out, and she goes that route because she has anger issues. She really does. She does have anger issues for sure. She been a mean girl from the jump. Let's not forget how she tried Tierra. Yeah, that's true. But again, I'm not saying that Ray J won't take people there because I feel he's very passive aggressive. I feel he's very passive aggressive. And unfortunately, he has a mother. He's a big time mama's boy, in my opinion, that allow him to just run amok and do whatever. And not to mention, remember, he came up of the ranks of being Brandy's little brother. And Brandy was a big sensation as a teenager. And he was able to just kind of do whatever the hell he wanted to do. Doesn't seem like she has any. Doesn't seem like it, right? Doesn't seem like it. You know what I'm saying? It really doesn't. Ray J names Princess Prinky, not me. He put it on a bill. Why does he call her Prinky? Is there a reason why? I would like to know. Yes, definitely hit up the like button. Thank you, Shayna, girl. Shayna, I hope you're gonna give me good news next month. It's next month, right? That you find out. Let me know. I hope we gonna get. No, I'm not. I hope we are gonna get good news, and I can't wait till you post it. I'm gonna be excited when I hear about it. So, but I think you said next month in January, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, you guys, I really think this is. I'm better than you because I'm a mixed girl. You know what I'm saying, and the guys always tell me, I'm exotic, and here you are, your average black girl who needs to buy hair that I already have growing out of my head, all of that shit. But let's be clear, what Sukiana comes off as As you guys are saying, she's beyond ratchet. I think internally, that's exactly what Princess gives. Is that again, she just cleans up and looks a certain way. That's all. That's all. This has nothing to do with, because again, I like I said, I like Keisha, but some people were saying it's light skin versus dark skin. Y'all look at this picture and you tell me if there's that much of a difference in their shade and their complexion. There's not. There's not that much of a difference when it comes to shade and complexion. Look at that. They're not, they're really not that different. But again, texturism, featureism. She has the more slender nose. You know what I'm saying? She definitely has the Asian features. The Asian features are coming out. She has the hair. That's and she knows that's what guys drool over. They drool over it though to be able to use the seed and use her as a come up on the arm. But again, we clearly have seen throughout the years, Ray J does not respect this girl. He doesn't respect her. I personally don't think Ray J is the Marion type. I don't even know why he did it in the first place. I really don't. And as far as I see it, more and more, like one thing about it is that I do feel like Ray J has always, in my opinion, been a wild child, but it was definitely hidden more for whatever reason. In my opinion, and maybe it's just me, when he got with Princess, do you feel like his shit just started to come out more and more? Because I felt like his bullshit was controlled more before Princess, or was it controlled more before Love and Hip Hop? I don't know, but I feel like when he got with Princess, all hell broke loose and she started to expose a lot of shit. She started to expose a lot of shit, and I think at this point, I think, in my personal opinion, that's why Brandy probably don't even deal with Ray J no more. Allegedly, Brandy is not talking to Ray J because I did not work this hard to build this brand, to build up our family name off of Brandy's back. Let's be clear. Brandy is the one who really has the singing talent, the amazing vocals. She was able to help Ray J get where he is, and now he is tarnishing that Norwood name, if you ask me. Now, don't get me wrong. He does have businesses. He has his Ray-Bans. He has that type of stuff. But at a certain point, his antics and the antics that she pulls damages the name more than it helps it, in my opinion. I think he sees it as a marketing tool to a certain extent, but it becomes too much. Just way too much. I bet he won't push Suki in the pool. Absolutely. Or she gonna take him down with her. Princess comes from the exotic pole because he used to send his manager out to look for Princess type. And he set this out. Hi, Kiki. So Princess background is a stripper? Is that what you're telling me? Princess used to be a stripper? Where is Princess from? Where is she originally from? Because I know she ain't no Cali girl. So Princess was a stripper, allegedly. Now that's damn interesting. See, this is what I'm talking about. They take pretty girls and try to clean them up. Hello, everyone. New sub. Enjoy your content. Brandy and his mother didn't want them together because she thought she was entitled. Well, I honestly thought when I first started watching this, and this is after the show was on and the seasons had passed, I really thought they were acting. I really thought they were acting. Like certain things, I was just like, this is acting. Like when he ripped up the freaking prenup, and then the mom is like tapping like whatever she had in her hand, like she was upset. I was like, this all looks like an act. But apparently they legally did get married, and apparently he did not sign a prenup. I don't know how that even happened, because one thing about the Norwoods, Sonia Norwood, she's known out here to be that ruthless manager. She don't play, especially when it comes to her kids. She was known. They used to clown and do parodies on Sonia Norwood on the radio stations because they just said that Brandy's mother was that ruthless and no nonsense, and they didn't like the way that she would come off. They used to do parodies on her. So the fact that he did that, I was shocked. That's why I said this has to be a parody, because one thing about it is Sonia has always been about securing the bag for her kids and for herself, because she the manager. So she definitely, you know what I'm saying, she was getting a percentage. Yes, welcome, Kiki. Yes, ma'am. From private parties, it all came out in the. Well, then there it is. There it is. Which is, and there it is. Wow. Wow. See, this is what I'm talking about. But you want to talk about Sukihana. You want to talk about Sukihana. Hold the hell up. Okay. Princess was born in Oakland, but she was raised in Austin. Okay. So apparently she was born in Oakland, but she was raised in Austin, Texas. So, okay. So, because I was like, she definitely don't give me Cali vibes at all. And she probably, because she didn't really live in Cali, but she apparently grew up in Texas. Yeah. So she grew up in Texas. So, yeah. So, but she thinks she's better. And the only reason why she could say that she looked better is because she could just clean, she can clean up. Because she has a certain look. That's it. That's all. And she's honestly giving me vibes that she feel like she's better than black girls. Yeah, I said it. I've seen that type time and time again. That she, because of her being multiracial, biracial, she thinks she better than your average black girl with a black mom and a black father. And to me, this situation proved it. It really did. And she seems like the type, in my opinion, you know how you have those girls who are seen as really pretty, and it's either one or two things. They only gravitate towards girls who are just as quote unquote pretty as them because it's currency, so to speak, or they hang around girls who don't look like them so they can always stand out and be the pick me. Something tells me Princess was always the girl who wanted to stand out and be the pick me. That's the vibes I'm getting, especially because of her daddy issues and her feeling like her daddy was never really there to be there for her. She got pick me issues. But I'm going to say so to Sukihana, because when you really think about it, Sukihana getting that annoyed to where she felt like she had to post it, I wouldn't have gave Princess the time of day. It was disrespectful, but what you do is you check a Ray J and you don't even give her the time of day, because to me, that's what Princess wanted. That's exactly what Princess wanted. Thank you, Danielle. He met her when he was with Tierra, and he didn't come home for a month because that's when Rock Nation dropped Tierra from the label and start. Oh, Kiki, you bringing it, because honey, I don't know this stuff. So he met Princess when he was with Tierra. Now, from my understanding, he met Princess through a mutual friend known as Floyd Mayweather. So was she dancing when she was with Floyd Mayweather? They said she's looking too much like Bay. They dropped her. This can't from over Bay, background dancer, and went and picked Rihanna. Ah. You talking about Tierra? Well, yeah, I definitely saw that Tierra had a drinking problem. That's interesting about Tierra. But again, when you really look at all of the women that Ray J have been with, like known, because he was with Kim Kardashian, he was with Princess. We have Sukihana, we have Tierra. From my understanding, back in the day, and I'm gonna say allegedly, he was with Megan Good. When you really look at these women, they're all over the place as far as looks are concerned. He don't have a preference. He don't. But again, this is what happens when people's head gets pumped up, or they feel like they are automatically selected because of how they look. it really crushed her fragile, insecure ego to see a Sukihana and a Ray J. Because again, if he has so many women in his phone like she claims, why are you picking out Sukihana? Because you were just shocked that she was in there and you were okay with the other girls that was in there because they are more, I guess, acceptable. Was that it? Because she even posted something saying, the Shade Room posted something that she said, oh, I'm not gonna expose the other bees. I'm not gonna expose y'all. It's like, and then kind of did the emoji like, I'm gonna be quiet. So why you didn't expose them? Why you have to expose her? Ray J and Suki been together since February. Didn't she make Ray go throw the monster at Tierra on? Yeah, she definitely, she's, you know what Princess is? She's a hurt person who likes to hurt people. To me, the way that she operates when she talks, she's trying to embarrass and destroy you and hurt the hell out of you. Like, that's the type of stuff that she does. Because to me, that didn't warrant the way that she came at Tierra. It didn't warrant her coming at her like that. If anything, you come at Ray J like that. It didn't warrant that at all whatsoever on how she did that girl. Really. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that was like, I'm about to embarrass you and destroy you because of how she feels about herself. I mean, look at what she did with Moniece. She's the one, they brought that alleged Freaky Tales tape with Moniece. And she was like, oh, does she have a hairy butthole? Like, stuff like that. And it's like, girl, how old are you where you feel like you have to go to that dark place as if the things that you do eventually are not going to come back to you? Because it's going to come back, princess. I know you think you're untouchable, but it will come back, my love. Look up to her interviews I've been watching for years. She broke it all down. Oh, okay. I don't know if I care enough to listen in. I'll try to, though. I'll try. Sometimes I'll be falling asleep on these dang on interviews because honestly, this normally wouldn't even be something that I would discuss, but I just felt like it's a deeper dive than just Princess being mad that, you know what I'm saying, he's dealing with other women. And interesting enough, I think she apparently did the divorce papers in February of this year. So it's interesting that apparently, like you said, Kiki, allegedly Sukihana and Ray J have been dealing with each other since February. You know what I mean? But I just felt like her response in this way was more so about, bitch, I look better than you. I'm that girl because of how I look, which is why she sent that selfie in that freaking picture with her hair down, mind you. You notice that type of shit. Let's deep dive into this. Now, look at what she got on in this picture. Now, it could have been an old picture, but something tells me she took a selfie. Look at her hair. Look at what she has on. Does it not, or does it not appear that possibly that looks like a man's shirt? It looks oversized. Her hair is down, and she don't look like she got clothes underneath that shirt. Is it just me, or are y'all seeing the same thing? So again, why are y'all so close to each other where y'all can snatch each other's phones? I think Princess wanted to make it be known in this that is not Ray J still trying to her pee, but that he is. And she wanted to put her in her place because he's always going to want this exotic pee. Because look at it. Look at that. That looked like they just got through with something and she went into wherever she was at, looks like the bedroom, to take that picture. But again, why wouldn't you send that to all the females in his phone? Princess isn't divorcing Ray. He's the clout everybody is addicted to. No Ray, nobody cares. You would think so, but she does have a couple. Don't she got a couple of million followers? on IG. So I think it's still gonna be people who care. But I think this type of drama will constantly keep her relevant. Cause what does she have? A makeup line or a clothing line? She got something of that nature. She has a makeup line, if I'm not mistaken. To a certain extent, how are you gonna stand out amongst everyone else that has a makeup line? Hell, Rihanna got a makeup line. She got Fenty. And let's be clear, she definitely has more clout and more of a fan base than Princess will ever have. How are you going to stand out with your makeup line besides the fact that you have to maybe do certain things to stay relevant? But again, she has no choice but to stay independent. She can't literally be a brand or represent a huge brand that would take on her makeup line. Because, honey, the way that she be going on social media, they would drop her in a heartbeat. Agree. She been like that, and she started telling all the family business. That's why Brandy and Miss Norwood backed up after the wedding. Princess was a fetish that ran dry. Yeah, she talks. She talks, which is why I said, baby, this ain't no class issue, cause she's classless. She just cleans up well. But honey, that's a hood booger too. That's a hood booger. Neither one of them is going anywhere. They're both toxic. Ain't that the damn truth? And I feel for them kids. Oh my gosh, I feel for them kids. And when you really think about it, they probably both make each other relevant because this type of drama keeps them relevant. Princess and Ray J, this toxic behavior makes both of them relevant. Ray J own Princess and his kid's name. I think it's called copyright. He owns it. He owns Princess' name. That's interesting if he owns it. That is very interesting. Now the kids, I could definitely see, you know what I'm saying, one of them owning the kid's name, but I would say both of them would have their names on there. But wow. So, but okay, so yeah, she has a cosmetic line. What makes her cosmetic line different than any other cosmetic line? So how else are you going to be relevant? Because you're competing against people who have a huge fan base that have makeup lines. So yeah. So at this point, now here's the thing. People are starting to wake up and people are starting to really see people for who they are. And my point of all of this is to say she need to tread lightly, because especially when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, black people getting fed up. Black people getting fed up of certain people feeling like they better or they're more privileged, or seeing, you know what I'm saying, black people or black women as a certain, you know what I'm saying, underclass. And you don't know how many people you turned off by trying to imply Sukiana, I guess, is not attractive, or she needs weave, or she ain't got no hair, and showing her toothless and stuff like that. Like, what makes you think that women that look like Sukiana wouldn't want to invest in your business? Hmm. You know what I'm saying? Don't assume. You know, like you got to be mindful. You're in the business of customer service, and in the business of, you're trying to sell merchandise, you're trying to sell product. You got to be mindful, because you could be easily looking at people that would say F you and your business, because I'm Sukiana. I look like Sukiana. So what you trying to say? Let me see. Yes, ma'am. That's why I'm glad you spoke on this topic. He owns her name. So, in other words, they're probably going to be in this relationship together forever, because it seems like financially they both have too much to lose. They both have too much to lose. If an actual divorce happens and there's no prenup, she gets half. Do y'all really think Ray J is going to allow for her to get half? You think that's really going to happen? But then, if the same thing, if they end up getting a divorce or whatever the case may be, how is she going to stay relevant? How is she going to stay relevant? Because the reality is Ray J is always going to be known, even when it comes to Princess being a big part of his life, he still has the name of Norwood and being Brandy's brother. And trust and believe, if Sonia, his mother, gets involved and he finally says, I'm done with Princess, and Sonia thinks of a master plan, yeah, I don't think Princess is ready for that. I don't think Princess is ready for that. I think right now Sonia is backing up because, again, this is tarnishing their name at this point. But if Ray J finally gets to the point where he's like, Ma, I'm done. Brandy, I'm done. She's truly, even though in my opinion, he messes up his own brand too, but she's truly messing up my business, my name. I need to be done with this. Sonia get involved. In my opinion, it's a wrap for Princess. She may have more followers, because I think at one point she even had more followers than Ray J. That don't mean shit. It's about being strategic and being a good business person. And one thing about it, them Norwoods don't play. Sonia had a plan when it came to them kids, and she executed that plan. She did. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally. So she's not a woman to be messed with at all whatsoever. So yeah, he is. He get that from his mama. Her dad is black and her mom is Asian, I believe. Here it's bankrupt because he has a RICO case with them scooters and earbuds. You hear he's bankrupt. Princess can't get anything. That's why. Whoa, Kiki. Welcome to the crew, honey. You dropping some stuff, honey. Oh no, is he bankrupt? Child. Let me look this shit up. Ray J bankruptcy. Now, here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. Bankruptcy don't mean a lot for a lot of people. There are people who file bankruptcy simply because they don't want to have to pay a certain amount of money back based off of their debt. Like, you got people who have money who file bankruptcy all the time and they bounce right back. So I don't know. Oh, okay. So is this on Club Shay Shay? Ray J in debt 7 million on new TV network and hoping for profit. He's in debt 7 million? Is that what he said on Club Shay Shay? Who? Well, just because he's in debt 7 million though doesn't necessarily mean he's broke. Raycon earbuds. So there's a lawsuit on those earbuds allegedly. Let me see, honey. Ooh, Kiki. Ray J hit with $30 million lawsuit over recent scooter business. Okay, but it does say Ray J is not involved in lawsuit related to Raycon earbuds, but he was involved in a lawsuit over a failed scooter bike business. So the earbuds, apparently he did not have a lawsuit, but this scooter business, apparently there is a $30 million lawsuit. Oh, child. Well, interesting. Yeah, bankruptcy to keep his money. A lot of people with money, believe it or not, do that. They filed chapter 13. I don't know if they necessarily can do chapter 7, but they filed chapter 13 or chapter 11, I believe. And within a couple of years, they back up. You know what I'm saying? In a couple of years, they back up. So interesting. Now that would make sense why they doing all of this shit and why they will never sit up there and divorce, because hell, if any, shoot, now when you think about it, if there's no prenup and she's making more money than Ray J can go after her money. Is that not true? So yeah. So if there's no prenup, it can work the whole other way. That she can sit up there and start making more money than Ray J. And if she divorced, Ray J can come at her for spousal. Boop. That's interesting. So now it really makes me wonder all of this hoopla and shit that they constantly doing, all of this drama that's constantly going on. Is it a way to keep a buzz going so they can sell whatever products they have? You do have the tea, boo. Welcome to the crew. Keep the tea coming, honey. It's the same guy, but they just picked the case back up. The judge signed. Who we? Ooh, we 30 million. Yeah, that's rough. That is rough. And Brandy, don't you dare help his ass. Don't even think about it. You have, for the most part, had a squeaky clean image for the most part. Now, you definitely have had your turmoil. In the beginning of your career, you was definitely a biatch. Yeah, I said it. Brandy, when she first started her career, when she was a teenager, she was a mean ass girl. I remember when it was Summer Jam, Brandy went on stage, they booed the shit out of her ass. I remember that. It was so bad. They booed her, and they used to do live summer jams on the radio, and they booed her so badly that they had to try to cover it up with cheers via the radio. That actually happened with Destiny's Child too, when Destiny's Child got an award. But this was back when Brandy first had her first album, which was a great album. But she has such a reputation for being an asshole. People booed her. I remember that. And my friends who were there, they said, I was like, I heard a boo. And they said, yeah, girl, they booed her. And she cried. Like when she was going off stage, she was crying when she was going off stage. So, yeah. But other than that, I think she's learned from that. She did talk about the insecurity she had growing up. You know, of course, she has had some legal issues, like with the car accident and stuff. But otherwise, like squeaky clean career, singing career. Moesha, she was on Thea. Like Sonya had a plan, baby, and she executed that plan. I'll give her that. Prinky is making bank playing poker. I'll tell you, like, if they divorce like at this point, if he is financially strapped and she making a profit, she could lose that money. So while she didn't want a prenup, she was better off having a prenup to protect him and her. Because there was a prenup, if she decided to divorce him, it could be a situation where he can't take her money. But now that's up for fair game. Who's really bringing in the most money right now? He owns her name the same way Kris Jenner did Tokyo Toni granddaughter to keep the money going to the Kardashians because Dream is for her son. Yeah, see? They blocked China and she lost in court. See? And one thing about it though, one thing about these momagers and these dad managers in this industry, they are ruthless as shit. They are. I've seen it with my own eyes. Growing up around this damn industry, they are some of the most poisonous people ever. They will screw over other kids and try to destroy other kids to make sure they kid be on top. Ruthless as shit. So Kris Jenner, you hear what you hear about her. At the end of the day, she be protecting them kids and them bags. Sonya Norwood has the same tendencies. She the same way, honey. In my opinion, she is the same way. So if Ray J gets to the point where he get his shit together, oh, please believe me, Sonya gonna step in to save her son, and she ain't gonna play no damn games. She's not. Princess tried it with her multiple times on that show, but she really don't want it with Sonya. She really don't. Oh, you trying to find out why he calls her Prinky? I'm trying to figure it out too. But it's other kinds of because Whack 100 been in an organized criminal. Who child? Don't bring up. Please don't bring up Whack 100. That oof, Jesus. Is Whack 100 still managing Ray J? Is he still managing him? Oh, that name, just hearing that name, child. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Mm-mm. That man, every time his name pop up, it's always some shit. Always. But on that note, y'all, like I honestly, at this point, Princess showed her ass through and through on this. She claims she don't care, but she do. And in my opinion, what she really was trying to do was trying to show she ain't done with Ray J. If anything, she the one who looked desperate. She the one who looked childish and petty as usual. Princess don't ever look like she the bigger person in the situation. She always looked like she bitter, she mad, she's vengeful, she's vindictive. She just comes off like she's not a good person at all. And maybe that's just what Ray J damn deserves. Shit. He's talking about her past, her lady of the night name, inside joke. Oh. Kiki, are you from here? You said you got the tea, honey. You out here in Cali like moi? Because I'm trying to figure out how you got this tea. You just be searching the internet or you were inside scoop. Let me know. Let me know. Wack works for his mom with as lots of shady business. She's named in Rico also. Works for whose mom? Sonia? Look it up, y'all. I'd ask in black and white. Are you talking Wack works for Sonia? Is that what you saying? Kiki, you may need to send me some info. If you on Instagram, DM me, same name on Instagram or same name at Gmail, honey. Um, hey pretty. Hey pretty G. Princess really tried to shame. She did. She did. And to me, that comes from that I'm exotic looking, and the hair that you have to sew in, I naturally have. But again, whose fault is that? If Princess has that attitude because men and probably even women have given her that privilege that she can act that way. No, ma'am, Louisiana. I watch straight Henny on the internet. Okay. He works for Sonya. Now that's interesting. That's interesting because the way Wack talk, and you make it seem like he don't work for no one. But that's interesting. So that if that's the case, that should tell you how Sonya gets down. If Wack works for Sonya, that should tell y'all how much of a boss chick she is. That woman has been in the business for over 30 years and was able to build an empire around Brandy and damn near Ray J too, but definitely around Brandy. Brandy pretty much took care of that whole damn family. She really did. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know to do it. I've been trying when I find creators like you. You don't know to do it. What do you mean by that? Let me know. But yeah, you guys, she did. She tried to shame her, and to me, it just really exposed how she thinks, how she is, and I personally feel like the reason why she came for Sukihana, because something tells me Ray J, the most famous person in his phone, is not a Sukihana. I feel like she purposely went for Sukihana because of Sukihana's looks, and she could try to shame her. Oh yeah, I know Wack was at the wedding, and so was the game. But I thought it was because Wack is the manager to the game and Ray J. What part of the boot? That's my home. Aw. But yeah, so with that being said, though, I think somebody said it was going to come on because they felt like it wasn't a colorism issue, it was a class issue. I don't think it's colorism. I think it's texturism and it's featureism, and I do think that we do have issues, and if people are willing to be honest, there are issues with some girls who feel like because they're multiracial, biracial, whatever the case may be, they have a certain look about them, they get certain privileges. And I feel like Princess was trying to shame Sukihana because of those privileges. But interesting enough, yet and still, your husband is dealing with a Sukihana. So what does that say? What does that say? That no matter how exotic you look, no matter what type of grade of hair you have, the features that you have, you still can't keep that man. Period. Period. Oh, you saying you don't have IG? You don't have Instagram? It's my email is the Chris Nicole at Gmail. So it's literally Chris Nicole at Gmail. You can reach out to me that way. But yeah, you guys. So yeah, I definitely feel like it's much deeper. I see this time and time again out here. Because that's what they've been told. But again, doesn't mean they get treated better, because I wouldn't want to be in princess shoes. Just like a lot of these girls, I wouldn't want to be in their shoes. Lauren London is another example, in my opinion. Lauren London, she is a biracial woman. I truly feel, well, I've actually heard that she was one of those girls who thought she was better growing up because of her privileges, so to speak. But again, unfortunately, in Lawrence London's situation, she has gotten certain roles and stuff, I think, because of her pretty privilege and the people that she knew. But at the same time, she hasn't even been married. You know what I'm saying? Like, for her to be so desirable, she has never been married. She hasn't. So it's stuff like that where it's like, again, but you allegedly think you're better than black women. You're not married just like black women. Some black women aren't married. You're a baby mama just like certain black women are baby mamas, or certain other women are baby mamas. So again, you don't get treated any differently. You get treated the same way. The only thing that you may get is that you get a man with some type of money and you secure the bag. That may be the most. That's the difference. But it doesn't seem like they care enough to actually wife you up and marry you and keep you that way. And as far as I see it, Ray J comes from a very religious background. I have a feeling he probably really only married Princess because he felt like marry before you carry, because he's had that mentality, because that was what was instilled in him. You know what I mean? But I thought it was laughable when he said he was actually gonna get married and a baby. Yeah, they get babies out of the situation, but so do black women. I just feel like at the end of the day, don't feel like you have certain privileges when you really get the same type of treatment. It's just that you may be able to get access to other areas that other women don't have access to, but are you treated better? No. And this is coming from my friends who, like I said, they'll say in a heartbeat, like, it's not better on the other side. We don't get respected like that, because a lot of times they just look at us as a certain look. They don't think we're smart. They don't think we're educated. It's not necessarily better. I know a lot about Lauren. She's also a set. I've heard that. I didn't know how true that was. That has been around. That has been around. And she was definitely tight with Cassie, and she was around the Diddies. I don't know. And I think that when this discovery and all of this stuff comes out, when it comes to Diddy cases, it makes me wonder if her name is going to get brought up. Because, like I said, I've seen videos about her. I don't personally know her, but yeah, I've heard that. Now, again, I don't necessarily know if it's true or not, but there have been a lot of channels. If you look up Lauren London setup, Lauren London Jaguar Wright, Lauren London Diddy Cassidy, yeah, it's a lot out there. You go down a rabbit hole. You really do. You really do. So it's definitely a lot out there. And again, there are a lot of men out there who automatically want women like this because they want that on their arms when they don't even realize what they're getting. You just send me a message on IG. Okay, cool. They don't realize what they're getting. Stop looking at these women as just the look, because you don't realize how ugly and demonic they are inside, and they could really take you completely down. Because in this situation, I can't even honestly say Ray J being with Princess has helped him or hurt him. My guess, it's hurt him and it's helped her. That's my guess. But again, what are you talking about? You talking about? Oh, okay. You talking to Danielle, but yeah. So I don't know. I feel like if anything, definitely Princess benefited more in this relationship than Ray J did. Because Ray J was a hot mess in my opinion, but he was a private hot mess. Now he's a public hot mess. He is a hot ass mess, and it ain't looking good. But on that note, y'all, I'm gonna end on that note. I see Princess for who she is. Now, Sukiana, at the same time, don't give that girl no more damn energy. Don't even do it, because all you did was just stir the pot and give her exactly what she wanted, which was attention. I wouldn't gave that girl no damn energy and keep it freaking moving. And you gave it to her, and now look at the situation. But again, I don't know Sukiana. Maybe she don't care. Maybe she feel like this is a way for her to get another bag too. Child, I don't know. But what I do know is once I saw that back and forth, I said, "Oh, Princess, you one of those, honey. You one of those, baby. You are definitely one of those who will really try to chat trash a black woman in a heartbeat." Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you give me those vibes for sure. But on that note, you guys, let's keep the conversation going, especially for the one who said it's not a colorism issue, it's a class issue. I would definitely like to know what you mean by that. Definitely wanted to have that discussion with you. But yeah, let's keep the conversation going. And then tomorrow I will do my love during lockup review. But yeah, want to know what you guys think about this. Do you guys think that, Princess is innocent? And that people misunderstand, she's misunderstood, and she's really a sweet girl. I would like to know, because as far as I see it, since I've seen the clips from Love and Hip Hop and what she does on social media, she's a bitch. She's mean, she's evil, she's vindictive, and she's a mean girl. But y'all let me know. With that being said, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on my next video. Toodles.